Hey there and happy Monday. So over the weekend, we had a little sadness because my son's football team lost. And so kind of having a hard time. I told somebody just kind of like getting into my groove. Usually Mondays are my like make it happen day and I get a lot of things done. And today I'm just kind of like slowly getting things done. We didn't have sunshine here either. So I can always blame that too. Because whenever we have sunshine, I always feel like that gets me motivated and gets things moving and shaking around the house, including me, right? And I do have a lot of things to get done because we have been gone quite a bit, and so I want to finish decorating the house and all that kind of stuff too. But I also wanted to share with you free shipping today, tomorrow, Wednesday. So any order $75 or more qualify for free shipping. And so if you just even have a few things and you know you'll be seeing me at an upcoming class or live local, just holler out and I can help you place an order and combine orders. I'm always needing something. I always have a running list, so I can even combine my own things with yours if that works too. So, and then also I have another card. I think it might be my last card. I kind of have like my little stacks here, but I think this might be my last card to show you of all the classes and projects that I did in November. So as I make up the extras, I've been trying to get those front and center for you guys to see them as well. And I kind of wanted to do a 2-for-1 special today, and I just couldn't get that second project going either, which that happens too. But I want to for sure show you this because it's really quick, simple, easy, and really pretty for winter cards. Not necessarily Christmas, it could be, but it doesn't have to be. Hi there, Pam and Kathy and Charlene. Let me get my camera turned around here and then I can get started with a better view for you. So yeah, so just so you know, one of the products from this collection here is sold out, and that's the paper, and I'll get to that in a little bit. And part of it too, like I cut the tip of my finger off today, you guys, like just the top, gave it a good slice off, and I'm like, it was doing something really dumb with a fan. Like, hello, a fan running at top speed is going to chop something off, and it just happened to be I was reaching for something, and yeah, it did that. And at first I thought it was just like maybe my fingernail, and then I went, oh, my nails are really short. That's actually the top of my finger. So I just kind of flipped it back on and put a Band-Aid on. Two of the guys have been kind of giving me some teasing because of that. So obviously, you know, it's not too severe, or I wouldn't be here or anything. But anyway, so that's why this is on there and in the way, and just like anything, it just makes things clumsy, and I don't like that. Okay, so Nests of Winter collection. That is found in the mini catalog. And before I came live too, I went to check, like the bundle is not in the last chance. So this will be carrying over. That's always good to know. As well as the Natural Tones linen threads. I'm not using that today. I decided to go with the Basics Essential twine, Baker's Twine pack instead of this, but this I didn't see on the last chance. And then I'm not using these gems today, the Earth Tone Shimmer Gems. They must be continuing on or carrying over because I didn't see them in the last chance. And then the Birch, this is one of those really large that fits like the whole card front. Like if you had a card times 2, they'd both fit in there. This I saw low inventory. So if you think, oh, I kind of wanted that, not that it's last chance, but we never know like how long things come or take to come in when they go out. And so that might be something for free shipping that would be interesting to add to your list. I've really liked that. And then the paper. The paper is what is currently out of stock. Let me show you that because it's really pretty, and I'm actually using some of it to die cut. This will be back in the week of December 23rd. So I can't remember if I have shown you bits and pieces of this. Where is it open here? Okay, here we go. And so yeah, it's got some just gorgeous kind of like pink hues, and then we've got kind of that birchwood look there, so that's great with that. Oh, I know what I did. So yeah, I maybe have used this, so maybe I won't waste your time. Just really cute things to to cut around and such. And now that I see this, I remember the paper that I used last time. So yep, I'm going to just package this up, because if I've already shown it, I don't want to waste your time showing it again. But what I did want to get out was this page right here. So my sample today has, this bird cut out here. And so I thought, well, I gave the people that came to my class the option of cutting that out with a die cut, or another die cut does the two birds there as well. So I'm going to do the double birds just so we can kind of see difference. And as people were making their cards, I just laid out both of these dies for them to kind of pick and choose, and I didn't always check that because it was an easier card, and so I spent more time with the cards that took more time and needed a little bit more help from me. But the stamp set is great. So if you love to color, either with our Stampin' Blends or watercolor pencils or something like that, or even colored pencils, this would be great for you. And I like the sentiments, nothing Christmassy. So that's why it's aptly named Winterly Treetops. And then the dies here. Hi there, Jeannie. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I just feel like awkward. I feel like I have a whole club hand, even though it's one finger here with the tip covered. You just kind of lose the feeling of that. Okay, so we've got some of those like Pussy Willow tops in there, and then some of the green rays, and I love it when they give us two to cut out once, and then that wreath. And then what I did is cut this out ahead of time. So this is what I cut out of the gray granite. So we've got that. And then this can be as big as you want. So I cut this piece out first of the gray granite, and then I just put that kind of on top, and then it just cuts that out. So you can kind of adjust that when you use that layer too, and hopefully that makes sense to you. So that's what that is. All right, so let me get started with putting together the card. So the card base, I decided to go this way, so it opens that way, so it's 4 1/4 by 11 that way. And then what I do is take this gray granite, and let me give you that measurement too here. This is 3.75 by 5. And on Black Friday, I was actually traveling kind of through Wyoming and Montana, and those are long stretches. And so I did some online shopping, and I got this cool desk-like organizer off of TikTok Shop, and so I've started to kind of move and maneuver some things around too, and I wish I could just do it all at one time. So if I feel like I'm a little stuttery, it's because I may be reaching for stuff that I'm not sure where it's at. All right. So next I'm going to take some green glue here, and hopefully, yeah, I was going to say, usually with this green glue, it's all or nothing. I don't know if you guys can relate to that too. So I'm just going to put tiny little amount along the edges here. And I find this is the best way, or my favorite way, I should say, to put things with a fine edge on next layer. So I just kind of have that going all around there, and then that's going to go on a piece of basic white that is my standard same size that goes on the inside of the card, which is 4 by 5 1/4. So let me actually, before I do that, I'm going to put this pretty paper. I almost forgot about that. I'm like, why does it seem like I need trees here? So this is going to go on here, and then that gets framed. So I was going to kind of just set it on there and then do all that, but I think if I center it here, that'll work just as easily too. And the measurement for this is also the 3.75 by 5. I was just going to double check. Sometimes I cut it just a hair shorter, but this works fine. So I think I am going to just center that on here and see how that turns out. So some of you guys that went to a class got to make similar paper. It wasn't this exact, but had like the bird, and I embossed it. So it kind of just took this pattern and kind of blew it up a little bit. And so that was fun to see how this is like a miniature pattern from that designer series paper. Okay, so now I'm just going to take and then put this Try not to get glue on my fingers either. That's going to transfer. And just line up those 4 corners. There we go. Got that? Yeah, that worked out really well. Better than I thought. You know, like you can make a sample and tell people how to do it. And then when I come to the video, sometimes I do it different and go, gosh, that was actually easier. Maybe, I don't know. All right, so I'm just going to put some adhesive on here. I feel like this now like feels like a pocket of scenery. So I'm just going to put that now on the front part of the card. Like so. And it seems like there's a lot going on. Like this would be a really hard card to put together, and it's really not, because once again, like I always say, it's the designer series paper that does all that kind of fun prettiness and puts like the beauty right on there for you. So that's always really nice. And now, like I said, this was from the paper, the designer series paper. So I'm just going to pull just a strip of that designer series paper back. The Nests of Winter, and like I said, that is sold out till December 23rd, but it will be back in stock, and it's not on the last chance list. So I'm just going to take these dies here and line that up. So about the time I think I have it lined up here, it moved there or something. I think that looks good. All right, so I'm just going to do that. And we'll see. Like I've only made cards with the single bird, so I'm going to see if it thinks, or if I think that it looks a little too maybe big and bulky, but if not, I can maybe even cut it down a little bit too. So I think that is maybe what I'll do. We'll see. Kind of like how it just looks like it's sitting there like that, and actually it fits in the corner pretty well. So I think I like the look of that. Let me get some dimensionals. Here we go. Like I said, they're in that other container already waiting for me to craft. Oh, I think I just need, I shouldn't say this, but maybe like a snowstorm to keep me at home, or maybe I just need to stay home or something like that and get a big chunk of something done. Today I was home all day, and I did tackle some of the boxes that came in that I've been shopping for and Christmas presents, so that was kind of fun to have a day just to get that organized too. All right, so I've got some dimensionals on that paper, so that's just gonna sit up there. So now it kind of looks like that forest is in the background, and then these birds are front and center there too. Oh, so last night my husband was putting up Christmas lights. I feel very distracted in my video today, like squirrel, but this reminded me of it, and I thought maybe my stampers will know. We had some bird out in our grove when he was putting up Christmas lights, and he knows like I love all the nature stuff and sounds, and so he's like, come out here, you got to listen to this. And it was kind of this warbling, I think it's an owl, but I tried to listen on my phone for the popular like warbling owl sounds. It wasn't a saw-whet owl, it wasn't a great horned owl, it wasn't a barn owl, and it wasn't a barred owl. So I don't know what it was, but it just had this long sound and very warbly at the end. And I'm like, gosh, I want to know what that is. My boss, when I worked at the dentist office, bless his heart, Dr. Peterson, like I could just come into work with this story and he would have it pulled up and tell me exactly what it was, like in no time at all. So kind of miss being able to just have him at my fingertips for those kind of things, because he was always into that too. All right, so now for the sentiment. I love the thinking of you always. Here, so I'm going to ink that up in my Cherry Cobbler ink pad, like so. And actually, I also at the class had the happy birthday and flying by to say hi sentiments as other options from that adventurous sky. I've been really pairing this together a lot with the nested paper or the Winterly Treetops bundle, because they do kind of go together well. And then that you can either snip with your scissors, and sometimes I do that so often that I forget that a lot of people will say, Belle, just give us your trimmer, bring that to class, and we kind of like that. So you can just do that, and then it's always going to look nice for people because you're going to ensure that you have a straight edge that way too, and our trimmer is so great. Okay, so I'm going to put dimensional, whoops, I only got the top there, dimensional on one side and then the other side, and one in the middle here. And I'm just going to do that and get that kind of ready ahead of time, because then underneath here is going to be kind of a channel, and we're going to put that baker's twine in the center of that channel. So I've got the baker's twine essentials pack, and this one is kind of the closest to gray granite, or it is the gray granite. So I'm just going to kind of wrap that around my fingers about 3 to 4 times and give it a snip. And then when I pinch it, it kind of looks like I've maybe tied a bow, but I didn't have any work of it. And then I'm going to just press that into a glue dot. Normally I would say, oh, the dimensionals will hold it, but if I'm putting it right in between there, then it's kind of losing the point of securing it. And I also like putting it, excuse me, in between there, because this does kind of bulk up a little when I've got like about 8 strands of that in there. And then I'm just going to get that edge, excuse me, to line up with the gray granite there, and then just kind of pull some of that out there. So we add a little bit of texture, and still it can be for a guy card too. It doesn't add a lot of foo-foo fuss or anything that's too glitzy, glamoury, female-ish for a card like that. And then same with the embellishments. You guys know I love to always add a few embellishments. Oops, that came right out of there. So the basic gray and smoky slate pearls are kind of a nice addition, because it just goes with the kind of the subtle neutral look of the card. And so I'm going with the silver here, and or it's basic gray. I don't know, there's this one looks like it has a bluish tone or tint to it, so I'm going with the more silver, if that's the one that it is. So I'm going to do a larger one there, and then a smaller one up there. Actually, I think I want to move this. Oh, good. The adhesive came with it. So I'm just going to put one there and one there. And so usually I do like a grouping of 3. I could do 2 and the 1 there, but I'm going to count my birds as part of my grouping of 3 for that. And you can see how I just kind of centered the bird in between these 2 on that card. And then for the inside, I am going to use the Adventurous Sky stamp and the Flying By to Say Hi. That's going to get inked up in Cherry Cobbler as well. Flying By to Say Hi, and so that kind of goes with that theme there. And let me get some adhesive on here. Oh, I was going to say, we are almost to the edge. Shoot. I was hoping I could finish up my card without having to waste your time. But like I said, today's just been an odd day for me, so it's only par for course. The course of that just kind of runs out too, right? Okay. All right. At least I had some of that right and ready to go. All right, there we go. Now I've got some adhesive on there, and that's just going to go in the inside of the card. And sometimes on my days when things don't go perfect, then you guys can go, see, I can stamp, and I don't have to be exactly like Belle when she's on her on day. Like, not always do I have my on days. It just always appears like I do. So Margaret said, love this paper. I've ordered it twice, plus the paper pumpkin. Oh yeah, because the paper pumpkin coordinated with it. Yes, thank you, Margaret. That's so good to know, or remind people about that too. So very, very good. So yeah, now you can see a couple options using either the 2 birds or the 1 bird, or you can even take the tinier birds and fussy cut those out of the 12 by 12 paper as well. But like I said, free shipping on orders of $75 or more. If you hit that threshold using my host code, I'll send you a little gift from me. If you're putting items in your cart and want to put this in, if your order happens to get to 150, then you'll want to remove this and claim your own rewards, because I've noticed when I've put in my own large orders, if I'm over the 150, I thought, where's that claim rewards? And it's because I had the host code in, and once I took that away, then it worked. But using the host code for anything then less than $150, you'll get something from me. So this month I'm doing a pack of embellishments. If your order is between 75 and 150. If it's less than 75, then you're going to get a hand stamped card from me, and it could be one of these that I have been designing this week. So yeah, tomorrow I hope to have like a better day. Hopefully my fingers healed up because I need to finish the tree, and that was part of what I wanted to do today. And I thought, if I have the tip of my whole finger cut off, do I really want to reach that in and out of the tree with lights and all of the like scratchy stuff? And because I can see my Band-Aid coming off and all that kind of stuff. So maybe tomorrow I'll just suck it up and just do it, because I kind of sound like a whiner after I just said that. So, all right. But maybe I'll be coming back with you guys, because this is my thing that I want to do for you guys. I have about 24 of these from the inside of my card here, and I kind of want to go, okay, what can we do with this? And that was what I wanted to do for kind of a part 2 of my card. And so tomorrow I'm not going to do, like, it's just going to be maybe part 2, but a whole separate video using these. So that's kind of on my radar, is to find some things to do with that. And maybe if you guys have some ideas, you can send them along my way. But I will be checking out like all my usual like Pinterest and things like that. And sometimes I come up with just things on my own and go, wow, even I surprised myself. I don't think that's going to happen today, the way it's going. All right, have a great rest of your evening, and we'll catch you again later. Bye-bye.